God versus science. Who wins? Science, with its meticulous observations and profound theories, often suggests our universe, in its very essence, shouldn't even exist. Yet a deep-seated faith, spanning millennia, steadfastly insists that a divine presence, an influential architect, holds it all together. This isn't merely a debate of abstract ideas, it's a profound inquiry into the fabric of reality itself. As Genesis 1:1 so powerfully reminds us, in the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. But here's the unexpected truth. Regardless of which perspective you lean towards, or even if you embrace both, the ultimate winner in this age-old contemplation is you. This is God versus science. Who wins? Stick around, because what you'll discover today, the new avenues of thought you'll explore, might fundamentally change how you perceive everything, from the smallest atom to the grandest cosmos. Let's be honest with ourselves. This isn't just some intellectual sparring match, a rigid battle of opposing ideologies where one must definitively triumph over the other. No, it's far more profound than that. At its core, this is a universal search, an inherent human quest to understand our precise place within the vast, awe-inspiring tapestry of the universe. Are science and faith locked in an eternal, irreconcilable conflict, destined to clash forever? Or could it be that they actually work in concert, two distinct yet complementary lenses through which we can gain a more complete and vibrant understanding of existence? It's true, some people, driven by a thirst for empirical evidence and verifiable facts, choose to place all their trust, their unwavering confidence, in what science meticulously discovers and meticulously proves. They find their solace and certainty in the repeatable experiments, the observable phenomena, and the elegant mathematical equations that describe our world. Conversely, others, seeking answers to questions that science, by its very nature, hasn't yet, or perhaps can't, fully address, turn to faith. They seek solace and meaning in spiritual truths, in ancient texts, in personal revelation, and in a transcendent understanding of purpose that extends beyond the purely material. But here's the crucial insight, a truth that often gets lost in the noise of debate. Both of these paths, whether rooted in scientific inquiry or spiritual conviction, share a remarkable commonality. Both actively challenge us, pushing the boundaries of our current understanding. Both stretch our minds, compelling us to consider possibilities we might never have conceived. And both, in their own unique ways, open our minds to a deeper, richer appreciation of the universe. As Proverbs 25 verse 2 wisely states, it is the glory of God to conceal a matter. To search out a matter is the glory of kings. So if you're here with us right now, if you've taken the time to engage with these profound questions, you're already winning. You've already stepped onto the path of curiosity and open-mindedness, and that in itself is a victory. And you're about to discover precisely why that is. Here's a fact, a mind-bending reality that most people simply don't realize. A foundational mystery beneath our very existence. According to the most rigorously tested and universally accepted principles of modern physics, the same atoms that constitute everything around us, the air we breathe, the chair you're sitting on, the cells in your body, indeed you and I, shouldn't even be possible. Think about it for a moment. Every single atom's core, its nucleus, is crammed, almost impossibly, with positively charged protons. And as any basic physics student knows, like charges repel. These protons, by all conventional understanding, should be furiously flying apart from one another, blasting matter into incomprehensible chaos, disintegrating everything into a primordial soup of subatomic particles. But they don't. They hold together. As the renowned physicist Karl Darrow famously and almost incredulously admitted, capturing the essence of this perplexing enigma, all atoms ought to fly to pieces. Ought to, but don't. Just try to wrap your mind around that profound statement for a second. The very fundamental laws of nature, as we understand them, dictate that you and I, in our current form, our very stable existence, shouldn't even be able to exist. And yet, defying all expectations, here we are, perfectly coherent and marvelously complex. So what is it? What invisible, powerful force holds it all together against such tremendous odds? Scientists, in their tireless pursuit of understanding, have given this mysterious binder a name. They call it the strong force. It is quite literally the invisible glue, the immensely powerful fundamental interaction that keeps the atomic nucleus stable, binding protons and neutrons together with an almost inconceivable strength. It works flawlessly, perfectly, every single moment, maintaining the integrity of all matter in the universe. But here's the most humbling part, the point where scientific certainty gives way to profound wonder. Even Nobel Prize-winning physicists, intellectual giants who've dedicated their lives to unraveling the universe's deepest secrets, will openly tell you, nobody, not a single human being, fully understands why this strong force exists, or why it possesses precisely the strength it does. It's an elegant, indispensable mystery, one that even the most advanced scientific inquiry, for all its brilliance, has not yet fully solved. It simply is. But in this grand narrative of existence, faith offers its own profound and ancient perspective, one that predates the sophisticated instruments and theories of modern physics by millennia. Long before the scientific concepts of protons and neutrons, or the theoretical understanding of the strong force, ancient scripture like the profound words found in Colossians 1:17 declared a truth that resonates deeply with this very mystery. It proclaims, "He is before all things, and in him all things hold together." For those who embrace this faith, for believers across generations, that statement isn't merely a poetic turn of phrase or a beautiful metaphor. To them, it is a literal foundational truth. They perceive God's fingerprints, His intentional design, etched into every aspect of creation, including the inexplicable stability of the atom. They see purpose and intentional design, where others might only see random chance or fortunate accident. To people of faith, the inherent stability of the universe, the fact that atoms don't fly apart into chaos, isn't some cosmic coincidence or an unsolved scientific anomaly. No, to them, it is a deliberate, intentional act of a divine creator, a continuous, active force sustaining existence. So given these converging points of wonder and mystery, we don't necessarily have to choose sides in this perceived conflict. Maybe this entire God versus science paradigm, this insistence on an either-or choice, is actually missing a much larger, more profound point. What if, instead of being adversaries, science and faith are both, in their own unique and powerful ways, attempting to answer the very same colossal existential questions about the universe and our place within it? What if they are simply approaching these questions from different yet equally valid starting lines and employing different yet similarly insightful methodologies? Consider the towering intellects throughout history. Think about Sir Isaac Newton, a titan of the scientific revolution whose groundbreaking work in physics and mathematics laid the foundation for so much of modern science. Yet Newton was also a profoundly religious man, seeing his scientific discoveries as revealing the intricate mechanics of God's creation. Think, too, about Dr. Francis Collins, the brilliant geneticist who led the Human Genome Project, a monumental scientific achievement. Dr. Collins is an outspoken Christian, finding no contradiction between his scientific pursuits and his profound faith. So many other great scientists, both historically and in our contemporary world, have found their most inspired, most groundbreaking work to be profoundly shaped and even inspired by their faith. They didn't erect an insurmountable wall between scientific inquiry and spiritual belief. Instead, they perceived it as an opportunity to ask how, with the precise and systematic tools of science, delving into the mechanisms and processes of the natural world, and simultaneously an opportunity to ask why, with the contemplative and meaning-seeking lens of faith, exploring purpose, ultimate origin, and moral implication. And here's the truly remarkable insight: when you have the courage to combine both perspectives, when you allow science to illuminate the mechanics and faith to illuminate the meaning, you inevitably see more. You gain a richer, more holistic understanding than either path could possibly show you alone. It's a synergy, a profound collaboration that expands your vision exponentially. As Hebrews 11:1 so eloquently declares, "Now faith is the assurance of things hoped for, the conviction of things not seen." Science explores what is visible and measurable. Faith trusts in what is invisible and deeply meaningful. Both are vital. So, after all this exploration, all this contemplation of cosmic mysteries and fundamental forces, who truly emerges as the victor in this grand discussion of God versus science? The answer, as we hinted at the very beginning, is undeniably you. Science, with its rigorous methodology and relentless quest for knowledge, is your invaluable tool to explore the observable universe, to uncover its intricate laws, and to comprehend its astonishing complexity. It provides the what and the how. Faith, on the other hand, is your profound guide for meaning, for purpose, for ethics, and for understanding the deeper narrative of existence. It provides the why. Curiosity, that inherent human drive to ask questions and seek answers, is what uncovers the universe's most guarded secrets, peeling back the layers of the unknown. And belief, whether spiritual or philosophical, is what transforms those raw discoveries, those empirical facts, into profound purpose and personal significance. That means every single time you choose to open your mind to wonder, to gaze at the night sky or peer into a microscope with a sense of awe, every time you dare to ask the big challenging questions about life, the universe, and everything, every time you actively look for meaning beyond the immediate and the tangible, you, in that very act of engagement, are the unequivocal winner in this ongoing debate. And hey, if you're currently on a journey, If you find yourself wondering about the deeper meaning behind the incredible revelations of science, or the enduring truths of faith, or perhaps even just your own unique place in this vast, awe-inspiring universe, I want to take a moment to remind you of something incredibly important. You are absolutely not alone in these profound explorations. Many have walked this path before you, and many walk it alongside you right now. If you'd like prayer, if there's something weighing heavily on your heart, a burden you're carrying, a hope you're nurturing, or simply a desire for spiritual connection, please feel entirely free to drop a prayer request in the comments below. We genuinely believe that God listens intently and that He deeply cares about you and every detail of your life. There is profound power in shared prayer and collective intention. Our community, this gathering of individuals exploring these very questions, is genuinely here to support you. You'll find no judgment here, only real people, with real struggles and real hopes, ready to pray for you, to offer encouragement, and to uplift you in whatever way they can. It's a space built on empathy and shared humanity, and if you're not quite sure where you stand with God, or what faith even means to you personally, perhaps it feels distant or abstract, that's perfectly, absolutely okay. This is intended to be a safe space, a welcoming haven where you can freely ask your questions, explore different perspectives without pressure, and seek the answers that resonate with your own heart and mind. There's no rush, only an invitation to journey. Remember this crucial distinction. Faith isn't solely about having all the definitive answers. While it often brings insight, it's also profoundly about cultivating hope, fostering connection, both with the divine and with fellow human beings, and discovering your unique purpose within this grand design. So don't just look for isolated facts, however fascinating. Look for the overarching meaning, the narrative that connects everything, the purpose that brings life its richness. You have a place here, in this conversation, in this community, in this universe, and as Matthew 18:20 assures us, "For where 2 or 3 gather in my name, there am I with them." Now it's your turn. After hearing these perspectives, I'm genuinely curious. What do you think holds the universe together? Is it the precise forces of science, the benevolent, sustaining hand of faith, or something entirely different, a mystery still waiting to be discovered? Share your thoughts, your insights, your reflections in the comments. Let's build a genuine, respectful, and enriching conversation together. And please, if you need to, don't hesitate to leave a prayer request. We're here to listen and support. If you found this discussion thought-provoking or brought you peace, subscribe and join our next deep dive into the mysteries that shape us all. We'll see you next time as we continue to explore both the known and the unknowable.